Kyrie Irving didn't just step out of line. He challenged the whole setup, and the people in charge came down hard on him for it. He wasn't playing scared, and that kind of energy always makes powerful folks uncomfortable. From the jump, Kyrie Irving had strong ties in the basketball world, and everyone knew it. His father, Edric Irving, had real connections around the league, including work linked to the Boston Celtics, and that opened doors early. On top of that, Rod Strickland, a respected NBA name, was Kyrie Irving's godfather back when Kyrie Irving was coming up in high school, so the spotlight was already there. Kyrie Irving said it himself. He believed the NBA was locked in once he committed to Duke University, and scouts were watching every move.
So then do you, I guess, understand or not understand those that might imply that that work had anti-Semitic leanings in it? I only ask this because the tweet is still up there, so
We're in 2022. It's on Amazon, a public platform. Whether you want to go watch it or not is up to you. There's things being posted every day. I'm no different than the next human being, so don't treat me any different. You guys come in here and make up this powerful influence I have over top of the adultery of, oh, you cannot post that. Why not? Why not? Everybody posts everything else. You saw the word nigger going up on Twitter, right? I don't hear an uproar of that. And it constantly revolves around the rhetoric of who are the chosen people of God. And I'm not here to argue over a person or a culture or religion or what they believe. No, this is what is here. It's on a public platform. Did I do anything illegal? Okay. I respect what Joe said, but there has a lot to do with the not ego or pride of how proud I am to be an African heritage, but also to be living as a free black man here in America, knowing the historical complexities for me to get here. So I'm not gonna stand down on anything that I believe in. I'm only gonna get stronger because I'm not alone. I have a whole army around me.
In 2011, the Cleveland Cavaliers took him in the draft, and he wasted no time proving his worth. Rookie of the Year followed fast, then a championship by 2016. But the real price came when the system decided he had to be fully branded to enjoy it all. By 2018, Kyrie Irving had reached the peak of his global fame, not just as an elite NBA point guard, but as a cultural icon. His partnership with Nike was valued at over $11 million, and his signature shoe line became a global hit. But behind the flashy designs and worldwide sales, many began noticing subtle symbols and messages embedded within the sneakers. Fans debated what they meant, wondering if Kyrie was trying to say something deeper about power, truth, and spirituality. For a while, it all seemed like clever branding, until the world suddenly changed. When the global lockdowns hit and arenas went silent, Kyrie began to reflect on his choices and the system he was a part of. The NBA, one of the most powerful sports organizations in the world, began enforcing strict policies to get players back on the court.
My post was a post from Alex Jones that he did in the early 90s or late 90s about secret societies in America of occults, and it's true. So I wasn't identifying with anything of being a campaignist for Alex Jones or anything. I'm just there to post. And it's funny, and it's actually hilarious because out of all the things I posted that day, that was the one post that everyone chose to see. It just goes back to the way our world is and works. I'm not here to complain about it, I just exist.
As part of their plan, athletes were required to take the new medical jab before returning to play. Most players complied without question, but not Kyrie. He became one of the few who publicly refused, saying he wanted to stand by his personal beliefs rather than be forced into compliance. This stance instantly made him a controversial figure in the league. His refusal cost him dearly. Sponsors began distancing themselves, the media painted him as difficult, and the league suspended him from playing home games. What was once admiration turned into criticism overnight.
Kyrie, the documentary listed among falsehoods, it said the Holocaust didn't happen. Do you believe the Holocaust
Those falsehoods are unfortunate. And it's not that I don't believe in the Holocaust. I never said that. Never, ever have said it. It's not come out of my mouth. I never tweeted it. Never liked anything like it. So the Holocaust in itself is an event that means something to a large group of people that suffered something that could have been avoided. No one said we had to practice racism. No one said we had to treat each other like garbage. No one said that I had to stand here today and understand that many people that come from generations 60 years ago, 40 years ago, enslaved some of my ancestors, still spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, and it's still going on. And you guys are asking me to speak on something that was a documentary that I had nothing to do with. I didn't make it. So just please keep that same energy when you guys are addressing me.
But Kyrie's defiance wasn't about rebellion, it was about conviction. He stood firm, willing to lose millions rather than compromise what he believed in. Fans were divided. Some saw him as reckless, others as brave. Still, Kyrie never wavered, reminding everyone that his fight wasn't just about basketball. It was about freedom of choice and standing up for one's truth. Then, in 2022, Kyrie made another move that reignited the storm.
I am more susceptible to attacks, and I have to protect my soul at all times because I know people are out there that have evil in their heart and are very demonic in their approach and will do everything possible to get close to me because I am light. I am close to God. God is within me.
On Instagram, he posted a link to a documentary discussing the Hebrew Israelite heritage, a topic deeply tied to questions of identity and hidden history. The post sparked outrage from media outlets and organizations that accused him of spreading controversial ideas. Once again, Kyrie was silenced and penalized, but to many, his message was clear. He wasn't afraid to question the narrative or explore truths that others avoided. What started as a shoe deal had evolved into a public awakening, one that exposed just how far those in power would go to keep certain voices quiet. After Kyrie Irving shared the documentary link, the backlash was immediate and intense. Major media outlets rushed to label him anti-Semitic, framing the post as an act of hate rather than an attempt to explore history or identity. Headlines exploded across every platform, and within hours, Kyrie became one of the most controversial figures in sports. The same journalists who once praised his game now worked overtime to tear him down. It was clear that this wasn't just about a post, it was about control. The narrative was being shaped quickly, and anyone who questioned it risked being silenced right alongside him. The consequences came fast. Nike, his biggest sponsor, announced they were ending his partnership with him. The same $11 million deal that once symbolized success now vanished overnight. It was a powerful message to every other celebrity and athlete watching. Step out of line and you'll lose everything. For Kyrie, this was a wake-up call. He began to see that everything that glitters in the entertainment world isn't gold, that fame and fortune often come with invisible strings. Behind the glamour, he realized, there were systems and expectations designed to keep powerful voices quiet. As the media frenzy grew, Kyrie found himself cut off from key opportunities and resources. Teams distanced themselves, sponsors disappeared, even some fans turned their backs. Under immense pressure, he was forced to make a public apology, not because he had done something truly wrong, but because the system demanded submission.
Whether they call me crazy out here in this society, I don't give a I don't care. That's like being called crazy in America is like, it could make you billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like being called crazy in this insane society at times, like it doesn't really faze anybody anymore. You know what I mean? Because now at this point, it's either we're doing something to further along our causes and make this revolution work, or we're not. So all my youngins out there, please, 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 please pay attention to what some of your older family members or relatives are saying. Your older brothers and sisters, please pay attention to them. Like,
watching every move, they wanted to see him bow, and for a brief moment, it looked like they had succeeded. But what came next proved that Kyrie's story wasn't about defeat, it was about revelation.
Shortly after his apology, Kyrie appeared on national television once again, this time with a new level of clarity. He spoke boldly about what he called the cult inside of entertainment, exposing how influence, money, and control are used to shape public perception and silence dissent.
that's all. That's all, y'all. It's bigger than entertainment. It's bigger than politics. It's bigger than all the things that we hold value. It's bigger than social media. It's bigger. It's spiritually more purposeful to live a life that's aligned y'all. It's bigger. It's bigger. They've hijacked my Kyrie name. So I love y'all, and I hope that you guys are having a...
His words resonated with millions who had sensed something deeper behind the bright lights of fame. For the first time, Kyrie wasn't just an athlete, he was a messenger. What began as a scandal had transformed into a moment of awakening, revealing the dark side of the industry that few dared to talk about. After making his statement on live television, the consequences for Kyrie Irving reached their peak. The Brooklyn Nets announced his suspension, effectively silencing one of the most outspoken players in the league. His Nike deal was already gone, and now his ability to play the game he loved was stripped away too. What had started as a simple post had spiraled into a full-scale campaign to isolate him from the sport and the spotlight. It was a clear warning to anyone who might think of speaking out. No matter how talented or successful you are, stepping outside the accepted narrative comes with a price. In the midst of all this chaos, Kyrie didn't retreat, he doubled down. Rather than staying silent or fading from the public eye, he began using his platform to speak directly to his followers. On live streams, interviews, and social media, Kyrie started to reveal what he believed were hidden truths about the entertainment industry. He spoke about manipulation, about how fame is used as a tool of control, and about how those at the top decide who shines and who falls. To his audience, it was shocking, not because they hadn't suspected it, but because someone on the inside was finally saying it out loud. Kyrie explained that much of what people see in the celebrity world is carefully constructed, a performance designed to keep viewers distracted and obedient. He told his fans that the game wasn't just basketball, but the entire system of entertainment itself. Every headline, every viral post, every controversy was, in his view, part of a larger plan to control the minds of the masses. His words were bold, raw, and unfiltered, and they struck a chord with millions who felt the same way. People began to see Kyrie not as a rebel, but as someone breaking free from the illusion that had trapped so many others. As his message spread, Kyrie's reputation shifted once again. Though the mainstream media tried to label him as lost or crazy, his supporters saw a man who had woken up and refused to be controlled. He had gone from superstar to outcast, and now to truth teller.
This whole celebrity idea is eroding. The whole fame idea is eroding. That shit was sold to us, y'all. You got people out here that are human, that are acting every day of their life. They're not even real. They just on NPC shit. Every day they acting. They don't even know. The world is a stage, dog, and it's a lot of terrible actors.
The suspension, the loss of endorsements, and the public humiliation had all stripped away the mask that fame once forced him to wear. In the end, Kyrie Irving's journey became more than a story about basketball. It became a symbol of awakening in a world built on illusion, a reminder that sometimes losing everything is the only way to truly see what's real. After standing up against the system, Kyrie Irving made it clear that he was now under attack. He told his fans that going against the entertainment and sports industries came with a price few were willing to pay. Once he began speaking out, the backlash intensified, not just from the media, but from the corporations that once benefited from his name. What used to be support turned into silence. Those who had praised him now avoided even mentioning him. It became clear that Kyrie was no longer just a basketball player. He was a threat to a powerful machine that thrived on control and compliance. The media in particular played a major role in his isolation. Every word he spoke was twisted, every statement distorted to make him look unstable or egotistical. Major outlets refused to promote his projects or products, no matter how positive or creative they were.
It's a lot of terrible actors out here. The world is a stage. There's a lot of terrible fucking actors, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it, dog. I'm just gonna say it. I had to tell Spice beforehand I said it, but the whole idea of celebrity, bro, if you're not a real person and you can't stand on your morals and principles out here, move out the way. If you can't stand on any principles and morals out here as a person that's trying to see this world become better, move out the way for the time being. I'm not paying attention to all the, the beefs going on, or,
Interviews were canceled, partnerships dissolved, and his name was quietly erased from the conversations that once celebrated him. It was as if a coordinated effort had been made to ensure his message never reached the public. But Kyrie refused to be silenced. He knew that telling uncomfortable truths often meant being misunderstood, and he embraced that reality fully. With every door closing around him, Kyrie decided to take control of his own destiny. When Nike walked away and the industry turned its back, he didn't beg for a second chance. He built his own lane. Kyrie launched his own independent shoe brand, a bold move that symbolized his break from the system. It wasn't just about sneakers, it was about freedom. Every design carried meaning, every release was a message. He wanted his fans to know that they didn't need corporate approval to create something powerful. This was Kyrie's way of proving that self-reliance was stronger than any endorsement deal. Despite being mocked and labeled crazy by the mainstream, Kyrie wore the insult like armor. Whether they call me crazy out here in the society, I know who I am. Those words resonated deeply with people who had felt the weight of judgment for thinking differently. The same media that once tried to destroy him only made his message stronger. By refusing to conform, Kyrie Irving became more than a player. He became a symbol of awakening, independence, and resilience in a world that punishes truth-tellers. His journey showed how when the system can't control you, it will try to silence you, but only the fearless keep speaking. As Kyrie Irving's journey continues, one thing has become undeniable. He has chosen a path few would dare to walk. From NBA superstardom to public controversy, from losing multi-million-dollar deals to reclaiming his independence, Kyrie's story has evolved into something much bigger than basketball. Whether you agree with him or not, it's impossible to ignore the courage it takes to stand alone in a world that demands conformity. He refused to bow to the system. He refused to silence his truth, and in doing so, he revealed the uncomfortable reality of what happens when someone challenges the power behind the spotlight. For some, Kyrie broke an unspoken oath, the unwritten rule of silence that most celebrities obey to protect their careers. To others, he didn't betray anything. He simply woke up. They see him as someone who decided to walk away from the illusion and expose what he saw from the inside. Maybe he didn't break the oath, maybe he broke free from it. Because once you realize how tightly controlled the entertainment world is, returning to play along isn't an option anymore. Kyrie's story is no longer about wins and losses on the court. It's about integrity, identity, and the price of truth. But with that awakening came a cost. Kyrie paid with his image, his contracts, and his comfort, yet he never lost his voice. Instead of fading away, he used his platform to question everything, to speak about self-empowerment, and to remind people that fame isn't freedom. Whether you think he's misunderstood or misguided, his courage to keep going in the face of worldwide criticism can't be denied. Kyrie's journey is a mirror, reflecting how far society will go to silence those who refuse to play their game. So now, it's your turn to weigh in. Did Kyrie Irving truly break the oath, or did he simply break free from a system built on illusion? Was he punished for telling the truth, or did he lose his way trying to find it? Let me know what you think down below. I want to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment if you enjoyed this breakdown. This story isn't over yet, and the more we talk about it, the closer we get to uncovering the truth behind the game.